Hello, all Petines. How are you all? I hope you all are fine, good, and safe at your home. Welcome for today's science class in 6th. We are on the chapter Fiber to Fabric. That's chapter number 3. We are going to study in this chapter about a lot of fabric and fibers. Let's take a thread, and this thread I'm putting it in a needle hole. Is it possible to put it like this? No, it's not. Why? Because it is spread into many strands. And these strands are in the science said as yarns. And these yarns together made a fiber. And these fibers, like these threads, together make a fabric. And this fabric, we are making many type of cloths. We will discuss all about this in our chapter in detail one by one. I'm going to start again with the basic, that is from the source also. Okay, so fibers are of two types, natural fiber and synthetic fibers. Natural fibers we are getting from plants and animals, and from the plants like cotton plant, jute plant, hemp plant, many plants we are getting. And animal fibers we are talking about the fleek of sheep, and from rabbit, from yak, and from the cocoon of silkworm we are getting silk. And if you are talking about the synthetic fibers, technological innovations and chemical treatment together prepare the synthetic fibers in the laboratories. We are preparing it? Okay. We are preparing this cotton and jute fibers. How we are preparing this cotton and jute fibers? With the plant fibers such as cotton plant, we are preparing cotton, and from the hemp plants, we are preparing many type of fibers also, and from the grasses also. Yes, let's discuss about the plant figure. That is cotton fiber we are getting from the cotton plant. We can see the white color flowers are there, and this white color flower itself is cotton. Yes, with the black color seed that is even used for the fodder of sheep also. Okay. It is grown in Punjab, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh states of India. We are talking about cotton over here. Okay. A cotton plant is small and middle-sized woody body. It is characterized as shrub and bush. During flowering, a cotton plant produces yellow-white flower. After a few days, these flowers become pink red, these cotton balls. Flower change into green cotton balls. And green cotton ball is similar in size of that of. After maturity, these balls burst and become soft, fluffy, white cotton with seeds covered inside it. Cotton and cotton ball contain 5 lakh cotton fibers. If you look at the feeling with the cotton fibers, it's really covered with very fluffy material. We can just touch it with the hand. The seeds are separate from the fibers by combing. This process is called ginning of the cotton. Previously, ginning was done by hands. However, these days, well-developed machines make it very easy. That's how we are getting cotton fibers. Cotton fibers are used for making cloths and from the breathable textiles. Let's talk about one more natural fiber, that is jute fiber. It's a long natural fiber and it is of golden and silky shine. Therefore, it is also called golden fiber. It is obtained from jute plant. Jute plant are grown mainly in the fields of West Bengal, Bihar and Assam. It is cultivated in rainy season. Jute plants are harvested at the flowering stage. Jute flowers are obtained from the outer skin of the jute plants called ribbon. Fibers are also obtained from stem of jute plants. Stem of jute plants are bundled and they are in the soft running water are put for the few days, and then due to it these jute fibers are loosened from it and can easily separated. Okay. The process of extraction of jute fibers from stem is called retting. So let's talk about many uses of jute fibers. It is also used to make sacks, chorus cloths, curtains, chair coverings, bed sheets, towels, fishing nets, etc. In order to make these things, we cannot use cotton fibers directly. It is because they does not have a required length and strength. We need to convert cotton fibers into yarn. The process of making yarn from cotton fibers is called spinning. Let's discuss about this process. We can do at our home also. Here is the method. Take some cotton, remove seed from it with one hand. Put some fiber of cotton and twist them continuously. By doing so, fibers come close to each other. They hold it tightly and we get a long strand. The long strand obtained by this crystal fibers together is called cotton yarn. Fabric is made from yarn, so we get variety of fabrics and variety of fabrics based on the amount of twist, such as low twist, milky, high twist, and its high twist shows a silky and shiny substance. An average twist is used to make most common fabrics. A simple device used for making yarn is hand spindle. It is also called takli, and a hand operated device also called charkha. Mahatma Gandhi popularized it during Independence Day. Nowadays, spinning machines are used and produce large quantity. Yes, they produce a good quality of yarn. Now from the cotton, yarn is prepared. And from this yarn to fabric, many methods are there. So one method what we are going to take in this chapter is weaving. Right? The weaving we will going to follow this method. In this weaving, let's do an activity first of all. Let's take the two squares. Cut the equal strips of that paper. Take blue paper and fold it in the middle. From the folded side, cut the paper at equal distances, but not all the way to. Now unfold the paper and you will see the paper cuttings. Now take the strips of red paper and put it inside the paper such that it is under the blue strip and over the next. Now take the second red strip and take it and it is under the first strip and over the next. Repeat this process few times. Now you should see this pattern. You can view the yarn in this same way, but we need two sets of yarn. The process of arranging two sets of yarn is called weaving. It is very difficult to weave yarn with hands. To make it simple, we use a machine called loom. Basically, a loom is a structure used to be support. A tightly hand thread or a yarn can stuck over the wool vertically and then wrapped it, and another thread drawn through, insert over it, and under the wrap it is the web thread or the webbed yarn. It is possible to create different patterns and designs over there, and therefore designs can be made and different fabrics can be made. In hand looms, webbed thread can be done with the hands also. So it can also done with the use of machines. Your grandmother used to make the sweaters for you. These sweaters is called fabric only, what she used to prepare. So that process what she is using is called knitting. And how this knitting is done? They have taken the thread and converted into fabric. So the process of converting a single thread into fabric is called knitting. Now what she used to do, she has taken the thread, then loop it and then interlock it. And the interlock was done with the knitting needles. And the fabric was formed. With the help of it, she used to make the fabrics for you. And that is called stitching only. Like when she used to complete that sweater, that has to be done with the stitching only. With the needle she's used to do the stitching with using these threads. Okay, so this it can be seen, and even you have seen your grannies and nannies for this further process. So what is knitting over here? I like to discuss over here in this process. What is knitting? Through this knitting process only the sweaters are formed. So we can see this in the knitting process. Interlocking system is there, and but its very important property is stretchability. It is very much stretchable. With this property, we able to produce the things such as sweaters, socks, gloves, t-shirts, cloths, blankets, as well as cloth fitting garments also. So loose structure stretches over there and gives a very tight fitting over there also. Today we are having a variety of clothes for the different seasons. Like for the winters we are having different, and summers we are having different. In ancient time, people used to having using these leaves and animal skins and to cover themselves. And for the protection, they used to use these kind of things like fur and all they are using, and animal skins even they are using. Even they are using the grasses, mats for them to cover it. So mats are also they using. They are making the baskets from the trees, from the grasses. We can make the similar strands from the cotton and made fabric from it. We are also obtain the natural fibers from these things by twisting them up. So invention of machine was done after this because it's very hard to do it with the hands. So we get the very fine quality of fabric with these machines, and in a very less time also. In early days, the people used to wrap the fabric around their body. So sew needles are invented, where the stitching fabrics was done into cloths, and many fabrics are made, and then cloths are made with it. And it increases the popularity, and different fashions were exist over there, and fashions become very popular. Even though there are very variety of stitching cloths are available over here, but the popularity of unstitched fabric is still there, such as saris, dhotis. I'll show you. Yes, the saris, dhotis are remain the same, and you can see that stitch and unstitch has their own fashion, and still the peoples are using it. So I hope you have understand the concept from yarn to the fabric history, and read it, understand it. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day. Stay safe at your home. Thank you. Have a nice day.